To grow on YouTube, you need the algorithm to be really good at finding new people that are not currently subscribed to you.
This is Kallaway, and he figured out the most important thing that actually helped me get monetized twice without knowing that I was doing it. And so in this video, I'm actually going to break it down even further to help you figure out what is the most important thing for you to do so that you can actually grow your YouTube channel the lazy way. So my name's John, and I've been monetized twice, but one channel is completely dead and the other channel is actually growing incredibly fast and got monetized with only 20 videos. And so we're going to learn more about this tactic, and I'm going to break it down for you and show you with behind the scenes with my own two channels in this video why one of my channels died and how we can avoid it.
To grow on YouTube, you need the algorithm to be really good at finding new people that are not currently subscribed to you. And the easiest way to help it find those people is for every single one of your videos to be super valuable for the same audience profile. All right, so what does all this tactically mean for you? How can you take this and tweak your strategy on YouTube? Let me lay it out exactly. When you're starting your channel, you need to start out with the audience, not the topic. Imagine your audience is a single person, one individual. Who are they? What are the sets of problems or interests that they're interested in solving? You need to make videos week after week after week for that one person. And if they truly are your dream viewer and you truly make videos that help them, there are likely going to be thousands of other people exactly like them that the algorithm will go find for you. And because I've been so militantly narrow from the beginning, the algorithm has gotten really good at helping me find more of those entrepreneurs. If I make 22 videos in a row that resonate super deeply for this audience, then the algorithm's pretty sure that number 23 is also gonna resonate deeply. And because of that, it pushes my stuff more.
So here we can see my first channel. It's completely dead. It only gets about 2,000 views in the last 28 days, and most of that was from a crappy short that also died. And so it's not going well, right? It's monetized, but it's not making any money and it's not growing at all. And the reason for this is because I violated one of the most fundamental rules, and that is, audience matching. I stopped making the kind of content that grew the channel and started splintering off and making all of these different kinds of videos, and the algorithm had no idea who they were for, and so the channel died. However, in contrast, with this channel, my uncle's channel that he and I grew together, we only posted 25 of the exact same kind of video, and we got 124,000 views and 7,000 hours of watch time. And we did it using the most lazy method possible. We did no scripting and no editing. As you can see here, TV Mac, I'm John. I'm a big metal fan, and the video just starts with us mid-conversation, and yet that video got 22,000 views and added like hundreds of subscribers to the channel. And honestly, this is the big difference. The big difference is that we figured out exactly who the channel was for. Before we made any videos, before we started pumping out the content that we were doing together, I decided that, hey, this channel is specifically for these kinds of people, and we're not going to deviate outside of that. And the cool thing about this, the thing that's in this for you is, you're working really hard. You're tired. You come home overworked and exhausted, and then you have to plan out this massive script for your video, and then you have to do all of this editing and all of this setup. And guys, there is a much simpler, lazier, easier way to grow your channel. It's you do all of the hard mental work first. You don't worry about all the fancy editing and scripting and things like that. I just use an outline. I'm not editing. I'm not going to edit this video. I'll do very minimal editing, and then I'm just going to keep talking off the cuff and talking to you guys like I'm your friend. And so most important thing is that we figured out who the channel was for. And then we picked topics that that specific kind of person is interested in. And then we made good thumbnails and titles that would make that person click. And because I'm pretty decent at thumbnails and titles, people clicked and the channel grew, right? And now if you want some help with your thumbnails and titles, I got a resource for you guys in the link in the description. check it out, and I'll teach you guys how to do the titles and thumbnails that I use to get the channel monetized. But if you're tired, I want to speak specifically to 9-to-5 workers, because this is the biggest problem that I suffered with for the last 8 years on YouTube. Working a 9-to-5 job, it's tiring and taxing, and you come home and you're just exhausted. You don't want to do all this editing, and it would be so much easier if you could just sit down in front of the camera with a decent outline and just speak from the heart and give your truth to people. And the truth is, you can, if you put your effort in the correct place. Like, too many of you, you're putting all of your effort in the wrong spot. You're doing all of this flashy editing. You're spending money on all of this camera equipment when really all you need is decent audio and a decent camera that doesn't look like complete trash. Unless you're a pro, you can barely tell the difference. Instead, focus all of your time. Before you make another video, you need to isolate exactly who your channel is for. And then you start working out titles around specific topics that that person is interested in. And so I'll show you guys basically what I do right now. And more or less, what I have here is I have my mission, which is I help busy people working 9-to-5 start monetizing their YouTube channel the lazy way, without burning out, without procrastinating, right? And then what I actually do is I actually have an entire document that I keep adding to and building out as I build out more clarity, where it's like, hey, this is my avatar, this is who it's for, this is the person that I'm speaking to. And then what I'll do, before I even start picking out topics, I will go to YouTube and I will find channels that my avatar watches, and I will highlight outliers. I will clip it using the screen grab tool, and I will put them all in here and put them all up against each other. And so I can start seeing, okay, this is what people are interested in. This is what they're watching. These are the videos that are doing well. How can I emulate these videos with my own brand and my own style? And then what I'll do is I'll create mock-up thumbnails. A lot of times I will just take other people's thumbnails and put them there, and then add. So for example, with this one, as you can see, I use this for one of my other videos, and you just add notes and add different titles, right? And so the vast majority of work is on the back end. I don't spend a lot of time recording. The amount of work it takes me to record my videos is basically the length of the video. I'm going to put this clip into Premiere Pro, and then I am going to use the AI bot to cut out parts that I don't really like. And then I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to put it up because I know that the people that are most interested in my channel are not the people that are looking to be entertained. They are looking to be educated and assisted. So I've decided that the people that this channel is for are people that are looking for a very specific problem. They have a very specific problem. They're working hard. They're 9-to-5 workers. They want to build a YouTube channel. They're tired. They suffer from overwhelm. They're stressed. They procrastinate. They waste their evenings, and they feel like they're always behind, and it's just too overwhelming. So what I've come on here with this new YouTube channel is like, hey, there is a way to grow a YouTube channel the lazy way. You don't need to do hours and hours of editing. You don't need to do hours and hours of scripting. What you need to do is decide exactly with crystal clarity who the channel is for, and then you only pick topics, good topics, based on outliers that are other videos that are successful on other channels. Basically, any video that gets more views than subscribers can be considered an outlier from channels in your niche. You take those videos, you copy them, you put them into a tool like Milanote, and you basically will make your own thumbnail that's very, very similar. And then you write out your own title for that. And you do all of that work. That's where most of your work is going to be done. It's not going to be done in the editing bay. It's not going to be done with all of these little SEO hacks on the back end, even though SEO is important and I encourage you to do it. But none of it will matter if you don't get the audience right, if you don't pick the right topics, you don't have good thumbnails and good click-through rates. And then, of course, you want to build out a good hook, but I'll talk about that with you guys a bit later in another video. And then, of course, as your presentation style gets better and better, you can start building out stories and keeping people more engaged. But to get started, what you want to do is you want to verify the idea for your audience and make sure that you actually have a lock on which topics to pick, which titles, and which thumbnails to make. That'll give you the best bang for your buck. That'll give you the most likely chance of actually succeeding on YouTube. And I know this because I've done it. And so I know all of this can be a bit more overwhelming. It's like, how do you do your titles? How do you do your thumbnails? How do you do minimal editing? I understand that it's a lot to learn, and so I got you guys. I actually created a full 4-hour course right here. It'll teach you everything you need to know step by step on how to do your topics, how to do outliers, how to pick your titles, how to beat procrastination, how to do minimal editing, how to set up your studio. All of it is right here. Check it out. Cheers.